Pakistan, being an agro-based country, produces sufficient food for the consumption of its population. But the recent National Nutrition Survey finds indicators that the malnourishment of the people is very high. To come to a conclusion, Pakistan's multi-sectoral nutrition strategy reflects the determination of the government and the stakeholders to come forward and develop and implement the interventions to reduce the rate of malnutrition in the country.
Strategic objective of developing an enabling policy environment, we too felt that nutrition-sensitive policy mapping would be something that needs to be done. The list wasn't clear if that list of policies was also complete. Is that do we feel that anything's missing from the nutrition-specific list that was given?
Harmony, national harmony comes only when all provincial partners, when they sit together, when they learn from each other. If Punjab is very excellent in something, so Balochistan is also doing very great. For example, I can challenge that Balochistan in nutrition section, whatsoever the reports, the project they are implementing. Not I'm only talking of the donor funded project by their own resources, what they are doing great. And same is the case with Sindh, and same is the case in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Even in Fata, the other day we had a meeting in the planning economic affairs division. So in Fata, there was in one district or two district standing prevention program. So they recommend and they decide that it should be integrated in other agencies as well. So it means that the provinces, they should learn from each other. And this is a platform which Asam Shahin Saab and myself will try to provide this platform to provincial colleagues to come together and sit together and to discuss various areas of intervention. This multi-sectoral nutrition strategy is a very important document, but it is live document. By saying live document, it means that the provinces, in the morning when I came, I was so disturbed. That the provincial colleagues, they come, they do not read the document, and sometimes the people who comes will not receive the document through email. But when I listen to the comments of the groups, so I am very much satisfied. Thank you very much for your thorough views and comments so far. And I hope that when you go back home, and with the senior colleagues, senior leadership of nutrition programs who are basically responsible of implementation. So the planning people and the nutrition people, education ministry people, other sector people and the nutrition partners, they will be sitting together and working a little bit more on this, the area which has been proposed or the comments which has been given by my colleague, my unit in the nutrition wing, Dr. Fajr Saab, and also a very relevant comments by Melanie in terms of nutrition specificities and nutrition sensitivity. So there are certain areas. Because this document, once it is made, So usually the partner, the international world, they usually they look at the first 4 or 5 pages that what this policy or this strategy says. So we'll be working on this very diligently and very thoroughly, and we will be incorporating all the comments.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Dr. Basir Khan Achakzai, who's the Director Nutrition at National Health Ministry. So, Dr. Basir, I would like to firstly ask you, what is this event all about? What is the strategy being made about?
One of the most important area in the public health is the nutrition, proper nutrition. And nutrition, previously it was assumed, or everybody was thinking that nutrition is the issue of only health department or the health care provider. But with the various scientific approaches and a lot of discussion with multinational organizations and the UN agencies, so now we came to understand that nutrition is a multi-sectoral issue. By saying this, we mean that all the line department, the ministry, the partner, they have one way or another way they have some roles. For example, in nutrition, proper nutrition, health education is a great area. So therefore, the importance of the education ministry comes in. And then there are a lot of intervention which needs agriculture support. So the agriculture department role comes over here. There are a lot of activities which are directly linked with the water and sanitation department. So their role comes in. So we have basically worked along with our nutrition partner on a nutrition multi-sectoral strategy, that which department, which ministry, which actor should play what role. So this is basically for that.
So it's basically a collaboration between all the stakeholders and the Ministry of
Yes, of course. Actually, there are two focal ministries at federal level, which is one is the Planning and Development and Reforms, and the second is the Ministry of National Health Services Regulation and Coordination, who are the focal point for all nutrition and health related issues. So the planning aspect falls in the domain of the Planning Commission, and while the implementation and activities falls under the domain of the National Ministry. And why the National Ministry has a role in all the provinces. The health department has been devolved, but currently all the health department are responsible to share the data and nutrition information with the federal government through federal ministry.
Dr. Basir, keeping in view your experience, I would want to know, what do you think is the core problem in Pakistan of all of this malnutrition and all the problems that we are facing?
If I may say that education play a very pivotal role in this, and secondly, the availability of proper food, I may say food security is a pivotal role. Of course, poverty also play a role in malnutrition, but giving the population, the people, the families, the individuals, proper health education regarding all nutrition related issues. Health in nutrition related issues regarding malnutrition include breastfeeding, complementary feeding, exclusive breastfeeding, maternal child nutrition, the family nutrition. So all these when comes, so the collaborative approach of all the stakeholders one way another way, if they sit together and they play a pivotal role, so only then we can say that nutrition issue in Pakistan could be addressed.
Keeping in view all the interventions that are being discussed right now, would you think the implementation is going to be easy and it's going to be feasible, like it's doable?
Since all nutrition or health related activities are to be carried out at provincial level, so these are the prime responsibility of the provinces to implement the policy guideline which we made over here. Like for example, the current strategy, multi-sectoral strategy we are developing over here with the consultation of the provinces. So then we are sharing it with the provinces and we are recommending them that which area should be focused, keeping in view their own priorities and their own resources.
And lastly, I would want to ask you about the impact do you think these strategies are going to have, and how long are they going to take to be implemented?
Yeah, so it is very fortunate that for the last 5 years we have felt that the provincial government and the federal government, they have focused a little bit on nutrition. So the implementer, usually they need a simplified guidelines, basic rules of, which should be adopted, right, regarding the breastfeeding rules, the other you may say the fortification area, which is very important. So food fortification in all these areas are to be checked or carried out, implemented by the provinces, and we are here along with the Ministry of Planning Commission to support their in technical manner, and to support them to build their capacity at provincial level.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and I hope this is a success and it goes a long way. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Mr. Aslam Shaheen. He's the focal person for scaling up nutrition and Chief Nutrition of Planning Commission. So, Mr. Aslam, I would like to ask you, what is this strategy building about?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. थैंक यू वेरी मच. आपने ये पाकिस्तान मल्टी सेक्टोरल स्ट्रेटजी के बारे में पूछा. ब्रीफली आपने स्ट्रेटजी का लफ्ज़ बोला है. तो नेशनल न्यूट्रिशन सर्वे 2011 हमने कंडक्ट किया था, जिसमें न्यूट्रिशन के इंडिकेटर्स जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है वो अच्छी नहीं मिली. तो हम जो है ना एमरजेंसी फेज़ में हैं कि अकॉर्डिंग टू WHO क्राइटेरिया वी आर टचिंग द फिगर्स अप टू दैट लेवल वी हैव टू टेक केयर ऑन एमरजेंसी बेसिस. तो उसी के लिए हमने बेहतर करने के लिए 2013 में 2030 में स्किलिंग अप न्यूट्रिशन मूवमेंट को ज्वाइन किया था, विच वाज इनिशिएटेड बाय यूनाइटेड नेशन इन 2010 टू ओवरकम मैल न्यूट्रिशन. सो स्किलिंग अप न्यूट्रिशन मूवमेंट ये एक ऐसी मूवमेंट है जो कहती है कि हम मिल के थ्रू मल्टी सेक्टोरल स्ट्रेटजी, मल्टी सेक्टोरल अप्रोच को अपनाते हुए इसको मैल न्यूट्रिशन को बेहतर कर सकते हैं. ओवर द डिकेड्स हमने हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट, हेल्थ पे तकिया रख करके हमने कोशिश की है कि लोगों की सेहत में बेहतरी लाई जाए, मैल न्यूट्रिशन को कम कर सकें, लेकिन हम नहीं कर पाए. उसकी रीज़न यही है कि अकेला एक हेल्थ नहीं कर सकता. हेल्थ में हम मतलब बीमार होते हैं तो हम इलाज के लिए जाते हैं ना, क्यूरेटिव मेजर्स के लिए जाते हैं. क्यूरेटिव से पहले प्रिवेंटिव मेजर बहुत ज़रूरी हैं. तो प्रिवेंटिव मेजर के लिए हेल्थ में भी हम कर सकते हैं, और दूसरे बहुत सारे सेक्टर हैं जिस तरह एजुकेशन है, और ये वाटर सप्लाई, सैनिटेशन है, फूड है, एग्रीकल्चर है, वुमेन डेवलपमेंट है, सोशल वेलफेयर है. ये सारे मल्टी सेक्टोरल में आते हैं. तो जब हम इन सब को लेके चलेंगे तो पानी पीने का साफ़ सुथरा होगा तो आपको डायरिया ही नहीं होगा. तो ये अपना रोल प्ले करेंगे. आपने देखा होगा पाकिस्तान में भी, इस्लामाबाद में भी जगह जगह पे गवर्नमेंट ने फ़िल्ट्रेशन प्लांट लगाए हुए हैं. तो गवर्नमेंट सारे सूबे भी इसको प्रमोट कर रहे हैं. ये वो काज है कि हम प्रिवेंटिव मेजर्स पे जा रहे हैं कि मतलब पानी जो है ना मतलब साफ़ सुथरा हो, और जब वो साफ़ सुथरा होगा तो इंशाल्लाह बहुत सारी बीमारियां बेहतर हो जाएंगी. इसी तरह एजुकेशन का रोल है. हमने जो नेशनल न्यूट्रिशन सर्वे 2011 कंडक्ट किया था, इसमें इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली है कि वो माएँ जो एजुकेटेड हैं उनके घर में मेल न्यूट्रिशन कम है, उनकी पॉवर्टी कम है, वो मतलब खुशहाल ज़िंदगी गुजार रहे हैं. तो इसीलिए मतलब एजुकेशन का. फिर एग्रीकल्चर है. एग्रीकल्चर में हम माशाल्लाह फूड सिक्योर कंट्री हैं इस लिहाज से कि वीट 25 मिलियन मेट्रिक टन एनुअली हम पैदा कर रहे हैं, जबकि हमारी कंजम्पशन जो है ना वो आलमोस्ट 22 मिलियन मेट्रिक टन है. सो 6.5 मिलियन मेट्रिक टन हम राइस पैदा कर रहे हैं. तो हमारी जो डिमांड है अपनी डोमेस्टिक है वो 2 मिलियन मेट्रिक टन है, बाकी हम एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं. इस तरह शुगर हमारे पास सरप्लस है. तो अगर हम बाकी मिल्क या फ्रूट्स वेजिटेबल देखें तो वो भी हम बड़े अच्छे नंबर्स में दुनिया में हैं. तो हमारी अपनी ज़रूरत भी है, हम एक्सपोर्ट भी करते हैं, हम चीज़ों को इंपोर्ट भी करते हैं. तो टाइम एंड अगेन मतलब बीइंग चीफ न्यूट्रिशन सेक्शन में हम फूड बैलेंस शीट भी बनाते रहते हैं. उसमें इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट ये चीज़ें सारी मद्देनज़र रखते हैं कि हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या हैं, हम कैसे मीट कर रहे हैं. ये चीज़ें मिल के गवर्नमेंट डिसाइड करती है कि इस साल हमने कितनी राइस एक्सपोर्ट करना है, कितनी शुगर एक्सपोर्ट करनी है, कितनी गंदम एक्सपोर्ट करनी है, और हमने कौन सी चीज़ इंपोर्ट करनी है, किस टाइम पे करनी है. हमारी जो कंजम्पशन की ज़रूरियात है ना पॉपुलेशन की मद्देनज़र रखते हुए वो डिसीजन करना होता है. तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो ہماری امبیلنسمنٹ اس میں آتی ہے نا, ہم ایڈیبل آئل کو بہت امپورٹ کر رہے ہیں. ایک تو آئل ہے پیٹرولیم پروڈکٹس, تو اسی طرح ایڈیبل آئل ہے, اس پہ ہمارا بہت سارا ذرائع مبادلہ خرچ ہوتا ہے, جس سے ہماری اپنی جو ڈیولپمنٹ کی چیزیں ہیں وہ متاثر ہوتی ہیں.
میں پوچھنا چاہوں گی کہ وائی ڈو یو تھنک پاکستان ایسی ایمرجنسی سچویشن میں آیا ہے, واٹ آر دا مین پرابلمس؟
جس طرح میں آپ سے نیشنل نیوٹریشن سروے کی فگریں شیئر کر رہا ہوں کہ جو ویسٹنگ ہے وہ 15.1% ہے, تو یہ اپر لمٹ جو WHO نے رکھی ہوئی ہے وہ 15 ہے, تو وی ہیو ٹو ٹیک کیئر. تو اسی طرح جو اسٹینڈنگ ہے وہ پاکستان کی فگر ہے 43.7% نیشنل لیول. تو اگر ہم صوبوں میں جائیں, سندھ میں یا بلوچستان میں, وہاں 48-50% بھی ہے. تو اتنی زیادہ آدھے مطلب بچے جو انڈر 5 ہیں وہ اسٹینڈرڈ ہیں, جن کے قادی چھوٹے ہیں, تو بڑے ہو کے وہ کیا کریں گے. تو وہ جس طرح ایک انرجیٹک آدمی, اچھے قد والا, اچھی صحت والا, پڑھ لکھ کے اچھا روزگار کما سکتا ہے, تو وہ چھوٹی قد والے وہ نہیں کر سکتے. تو ان چیزوں کو ہم فوکس کر رہے ہیں. گورنمنٹ نے, فیڈرل گورنمنٹ نے بھی, KP گورنمنٹ نے بھی, سندھ پنجاب, ہر گورنمنٹ نے, بلوچستان, سبھی اس کو فوکس کر رہے ہیں. آج آپ نے دیکھا ہوگا یہاں گلگت بلتستان کے سیکٹری پلاننگ اینڈ ڈیولپمنٹ ڈپارٹمنٹ بھی آئے ہوئے ہیں, وہ ہمارے سن فوکل پوائنٹ بھی ہیں GB کے. تو وہ مطلب یہ انٹرسٹ لیول ہم نے یہ سن کو جوائن کرنے سے, میں نے جو سن کا تھوڑا سا شیئر کیا تھا نا, تو یہ وہ نیٹ موومنٹ ہے. گلوبلی مور دین 100 اینٹیز اس کو سپورٹ کر رہی ہیں تھرو نیٹورکس, بٹ لیڈ بائی دا گورنمنٹس لائک آئی ایم چیف نیوٹریشن ایز سن فوکل پوائنٹ پاکستان. تو یہ ہم مل کے ان چیزوں کو بہتر کرنے کی کوشش کر رہے ہیں. ایک تو ہماری اپنی آنے والی نسل بہتر ہو جائے, ان کرائسس سے نکلے, پاورٹی سے نکلے گی, پھر اسی طرح دنیا کے ساتھ ہم اپنے فگرز کو مطلب شیئر کریں گے, دنیا میں بھی یہ چیزیں کم کرنے کی بہتر کوشش.
How do you think you're going to implement these strategies?
یہ ابھی تو ہم نیشنل لیول پہ بنانے جا رہے ہیں نا. جس طرح پاکستان جو ہے نا سگنیٹری ہے مختلف انٹرنیشنل کمٹمنٹس کا, یہ سسٹینیبل ڈیولپمنٹ گولز 2030 193 کنٹری نے اس کو اڈاپٹ کیا ہے. پاکستان پہلا ملک ہے جس نے اس کو ایز اے پاکستان ڈیولپمنٹ گولز اپنایا ہے. اس کو ہم نے کس طرح میٹ کرنا ہے, فلفل کرنا ہے. پھر اس طرح ورلڈ ہیلتھ اسمبلی ٹارگٹس ہیں 2025 کے. پھر ایک ڈیکیڈ آف ایکشن فار نیوٹریشن UN نے وہ بھی شروع کی ہوئی ہے. پھر اس طرح جو ہماری اسکلنگ آف نیوٹریشن موومنٹ ہے اس کی بھی اسٹریٹجی ہے, انہوں نے بھی ہمیں گائیڈ لائن دی ہوئی ہیں. تو ہم نیوٹریشن اسپیسیفک انٹرونشن اور سینسٹیو اپروچز پہ کام کر رہے ہیں. تو یہ ملٹی سیکٹورل جو اسٹریٹجی نیشنل لیول پہ بن رہی ہے, یہ آفٹر ہیونگ ان ایچ پروونشن ایریا باٹم اپ اپروچ ہم نے اپنائی ہے. تو پہلے ہم نے صوبوں کو ان کی کیپیسٹی بلڈ کی ہے, ان کو ریسورسز دیے ہیں. صوبوں نے پالیسی گائیڈنس نوٹس بنائے تھے, پھر انہوں نے اپنی اسٹریٹجی بنا لی ہے اور اس کی امپلیمنٹیشن شروع ہوئی ہے. بہت سارے پروجیکٹس بن کے امپلیمنٹیشن پہ جا چکے ہیں, امپلیمنٹ ہو رہے ہیں, اور کچھ پائپ لائن میں ہیں وہ امپلیمنٹیشن پہ جا رہے ہیں. انشاءاللہ اس طرح صوبوں میں ہو جائیں گی. تو اس نیشنل لیول پہ چونکہ انٹرنیشنل کمٹمنٹ فلفل کرنی ہے, تو اس کے لیے ہم نے مانیٹرنگ ایویلیویشن خاص طور پہ وہ دیکھنی ہے. پھر فیڈریشن کے جو ایریاز ہیں جو فیڈرل گورنمنٹ دیکھتی ہے اس کو بھی ٹیک کیئر کرنا ہے, اور صوبوں میں بھی سینرجی لانی ہے, ان میں کوآرڈینیشن بھی رکھنی ہے, ہم آہنگی بھی رکھنی ہے. پھر یہ جو انڈیکیٹر جو ہم نے فکس کیے ہوئے ہیں یہ کرنے جا رہے ہیں فائنل, یہ صوبوں سے انفارمیشن لے کو پائل اپ بھی کرنا ہے, انالائز بھی کرنا ہے. پھر نیشنل لیول پہ, انٹرنیشنل لیول پہ, پروونشل لیول پہ, ریجنل لیول پہ ان کو ہم نے شیئر کرنا ہے. یہ اس کی طرف یہ ایک کاوش ہے باٹم اپ اپروچ ہم بناتے ہوئے. پہلے ہم نے صوبوں میں ایریاز میں بنائی ہیں, تو اب ہم جو انٹرنیشنل کمٹمنٹس جو ریکوائرمنٹ ہے فلفل کرنے کے لیے یہ پاکستان ملٹی سیکٹورل نیوٹریشن اسٹریٹجی.
How long do you think it's going to take?
آلموسٹ یہ آج جو ڈرافٹ ہم نے شیئر کیا ہے اس پہ کافی اسپیڈ ورک ہو چکا ہے. مور دین 300 اسٹیک ہولڈر سے ہم نے ان پٹ لی ہے. تو یہ ڈرافٹ ہے, اس میں آج یہ گروپ ورک کروا رہے ہیں, یہ لوگوں کی فیڈ بیک آ جائے گی, ہم اس کو انکارپوریٹ کریں گے. ایز سون ایز پاسبل وی آر گوئنگ ٹو لانچ دس.
And lastly, I would want to know, do you think it's going to have an impact?
ڈیفینیٹلی. مطلب یہ جو اسٹیک ہولڈرس کی ان پٹ لینے جا رہے ہیں وہ اس کی ریزن یہی ہے کہ ہم ایک ٹیبل پہ بیٹھ کے یا 2-4 بندوں کی رائے لے کے ہم اس کو نہیں بنانا چاہ رہے. تو آلریڈی ہم نے مور دین 300 لوگوں کی ان پٹ لی ہوئی ہے, اور آج یہاں پہ فیڈرل منسٹریز بھی بیٹھی ہیں, سارے صوبے اور ایریاز ان کے ہیلتھ ڈپارٹمنٹ کے بھی بیٹھے ہیں, پلاننگ اینڈ ڈیولپمنٹ ڈپارٹمنٹ کے بھی بیٹھے ہیں, ہمارے سن کے پروگرام مینیجر بھی بیٹھے ہوئے ہیں. تو ان سب کی انپٹ لے کے ہم نیشنل لیول پہ کنسولیڈیٹ کرنے جا رہے ہیں. تو اس میں ڈیفینیٹلی کمی بیشیز ہیں. وہ سم ویئر کہ ہم نے پرائیویٹ سیکٹر کو ایڈیکویٹلی نہیں لیا, یا ہم نے ہیلتھ سیکٹر کو جتنا ویٹیج دینا چاہیے تھا وہ نہیں دیا ہے. کل سے فیڈ بیک آنا شروع ہوئی ہے, جیسے ہم نے یہ ڈرافٹ اپنے ساتھیوں سے شیئر کیا ہے. تو یہ پارٹیسپیٹری اپروچ ہے. تو اس کو ڈیفینیٹلی جب پارٹیسپیٹری اپروچ ہوئے گی تو انشاءاللہ مطلب ہم کامیاب ہو جائیں گے. مطلب جو ایشوز ہیں اس کو ٹیکل کرنے کے لیے, وہ پائل اپ کرنے کے لیے, اور اپنے مستقبل جنریشن کو بہتر کرنے کے لیے ہیلتھی ویلتھی کرنے کے لیے اسٹیپ فارورڈ.
Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
sure you
Thank you.
guys
So
are going
nice
to
of
be
you.
able to implement it.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Dr. Ali Nasir Bukti, who is the Provincial Coordinator and Head of Nutrition Cell. So, sir, I would like to ask you, since you're representing Balochistan over here, what are the interventions which are taking place over there and how many districts?
تھینک یو ویری مچ. جیسے کہ آپ کو معلوم ہے کہ جو 2011 میں جو نیشنل نیوٹریشن سروے ہوا ہے, اس میں جو بلوچستان کی جو پیکولر سچویشن کے مطابق جو ہے وہ ایکیوٹ مال نیوٹریشن 16% ہے, اور کرونک مال نیوٹریشن جسے ہم اسٹنٹنگ کہتے ہیں 52% ہے, اور آئرن ڈیفیشینسی انیمیا 49% ہے. بیس آن دس ہم نے ایک پروجیکٹ ڈیزائن کیا جو ورلڈ بینک کے تعاون سے ہمیں اس کی فنڈنگ مل رہی ہے 7 ڈسٹرکٹس کے لیے. اور یہ 7 ڈسٹرکٹ میں جو ہے نا ہم مال نیوٹریشن کو ٹیکل کرنے کے لیے ہم نے اس کی امپلیمنٹیشن اسٹارٹ کیے. اس میں ہمارے 3 پارٹنرز ہیں, کیونکہ ہم پروونشل لیول پہ جو ہے نا تھوڑے سے لوگ ہیں نیوٹریشن میں. تو اب جو ہے نا ہم لیڈیز ورکر کے تھرو اپنے کیچمنٹ ایریا میں اس پروگرام کو لانچ کر رہے ہیں, اور ہم نے PPHI کو انگیج کیا ہے کہ ان کے جو ہے نا 112 BHUs ہیں 7 ڈسٹرکٹس میں, ان میں ہم نے جو ہے نا سروسز شروع کی. OTP یعنی آؤٹ پیشنٹ تھراپیوٹک فیڈنگ سینٹر ہم نے اسٹیبلش کیے, جس میں جو ہے نا مال نرش بچوں کی جو ہے نا ٹریٹمنٹ کی جاتی ہے, ان کی اسکریننگ کی جاتی ہے. جبکہ کمیونٹی لیول پہ جو ہے نا وہ لیڈیز ورکر جو ہے اسکریننگ کرتی ہے, اور انہوں نے جو ہے اویئرنیس کریٹ کرنا ہے, اور آئرن فولک ایسڈ ڈسٹریبیوشن کرنی ہے, زنک کی ڈسٹریبیوشن کرنی ہے, اور ORS کی ڈسٹریبیوشن کرنی ہے, اور IOSF میسیجز کو جو ہے نا امپارٹ کرنا ہے, لوگوں میں شعور دلانا ہے. اس کے علاوہ ہم نے جو ہمارے نان کورڈ ایریا ہیں جہاں پہ ہمارے ہیلتھ سروسز نہیں ہیں اور ہمارے جو ہے نا انسٹیٹیوشنز نہیں ہے یا لیڈیز ورکر نہیں, وہاں ہم نے NGOs کا ہائر کیا ہے. ہم جا رہے ہیں 100% سروسز دینا چاہ رہے ہیں کہ اس کو ہم جو ہے نا اپنی جو ہے نا مال نیوٹریشن جو برڈن ہے اس میں کمی لا سکیں. اس کے علاوہ ہمارے کیونکہ ہم پورے بلوچستان میں کام تو نہیں کر رہے ہیں, ڈونر جو ہے نا جو ڈیولپمنٹ پارٹنر ہیں جس میں UNICEF ہے, WHO ہے اور ورلڈ فوڈ پروگرام ہے, وہ 9 ڈسٹرکٹس میں ہم کام کر رہے ہیں ان کے تعاون سے. تو اس وقت ہم تقریباً جو ہے نا 16 ڈسٹرکٹس میں جو ہے نا ہم نے کام شروع کیا ہوا ہے. اس کے علاوہ ہم نے پالیسی لیولز پہ جو ہے نا پالیسی نیوٹریشن گائیڈنس نوٹس ہم نے بنائی ہے, ملٹی سیکٹورل اسٹریٹجی ڈاکومنٹس بنائی ہے جو PND سے انڈورس ہوئی ہے. اس کے علاوہ ہم نے بچوں کے لیے جو ہے نا خاص کر ان کے جو غذا اور غذائیت کے حوالے سے ایک ایکٹ بھی جو ہے نا ہم نے پاس کیے. اور اس کے علاوہ ہم آئیڈا سالٹ کا جو بھی ایکٹ لا رہے ہیں ودن 2 months, اور وہ جو ہے نا جو مائکرو نیوٹرین ڈیفیشنسیز کو فار ایگزامپل آئرن فولک ایسڈ جو ہم نے فولادی آٹا لانچ کرنا ہے اس کا بھی ایکٹ جو ہے نا وہ تقریباً جو ہے نا تیار ہے. ودن 2 months جو ہے نا اس پہ ہم کام کر رہے ہیں. کوشش ہماری یہ ہے کہ جی ہاں کوشش کر رہا ہوں. اور یہ جو خاص کر جو ہم اس ورکشاپ میں آئے یہ ہم نے 2014 میں ملٹی سیکٹورل اسٹریٹجی بلوچستان کے لیے بنائی ہوئی تھی, اور وہ یہ انکارپوریٹ ہے آلریڈی اس اسٹریٹجی میں. مین مقصد یہ کہ اس میں چاروں پروونسز AJK گلگت بلتستان کے جو جتنے بھی نیوٹریشن سے ریلیٹڈ لوگ آئے ہوئے ہیں اور جو ڈیولپمنٹ پارٹنر ہیں کہ ایک کنسنسس ڈیولپ ہو اس اسٹریٹجی کے لیے, ایک اسٹریٹجک ڈائریکشن ملے تاکہ پروونسز جو ہے نا ان کو اپنے اپنے جو ہے نا اس میں صوبے میں امپلیمنٹ کر سکیں. کیونکہ مال نیوٹریشن کو محکمہ صحت سالو نہیں کر سکتے اس پرابلم کو. ہمیں چاہیے کہ ملٹی سیکٹورل اسٹریٹجی کو, تاکہ اس میں ایجوکیشن ہے, واش ہے, ایگریکلچر ہے, جتنے لوگ جو ڈپارٹمنٹس ہیں سب مل کے اگر کام کریں گے تو تب یہ برڈن جو ہے نا اس کو ہم کم کر سکیں گے.
سنس آپ لوگوں نے آپ کہہ رہے ہیں کہ 2014 میں بلوچستان کی اسٹریٹجی بنائی تھی, سو ڈو یو تھنک کہ یہ جو پاکستان کے اب ذرا اونچے لیول پہ آ کے بات ہو رہی ہے تو اس کا کوئی امپیکٹ ہوگا؟ آپ لوگوں نے اس کو کیسا کیا 2 سال, اب آپ لوگوں کو 3 سال ہو گئے, ڈو یو تھنک اٹ واز امپیکٹفل؟
جی اس میں اس اسٹریٹجی کا ایک فائدہ تو ہمیں یہ ہوا कि एक तो सेंड मूवमेंट हमारे प्रोविंशियल लेवल पे इस्टेब्लिश हो गई और पीएनडी जो है ना, जो मेन फोकस डिपार्टमेंट है, उनके थ्रू जो है ना मल्टी सेक्टोरल जो है ना PC1 बन रहा है हमारा। तकरीबन 15 से 2000 मिलियन का ये प्रोजेक्ट होगा जो हर डिपार्टमेंट के लिए जो है ना वो जो है ना रोल मॉडल बन जाएगा। और सब फॉर एग्जांपल एजुकेशन है, PHE कमेक में अब देखें ना, अगर एक बच्चे को सफ़ा पानी ना मिले, एक माँ को सफ़ा पानी ना मिले तो कैसे वो बीमारियों से महफूज रह सकेंगे। तो जितने जो लाइन डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं इनकी PC1 जब बनेंगे तो सब मिलके एक टीम वर्क के तौर पर जब काम करेंगे तो इस बर्डन को हम कम कर सकेंगे। जी,
तो आपकी नज़र में जो पाकिस्तान का मेजर प्रॉब्लम है वो है क्या?
मेजर प्रॉब्लम हमारे यहाँ जो सिचुएशन है, हम तो न्यूट्रिशन इन इमरजेंसी में है। लाजमी बात है, मेन जो है ना हमारे यहाँ तकरीबन पॉवर्टी इज़ द नंबर 1। इसके अलावा जो अदर फैक्टर्स हैं उसमें आप देख सकते हैं सोशो इकनॉमिक जो है ना हमारा जो बर्डन है, गुर्बत बहुत ज़्यादा है। इसके अलावा केयरिंग प्रैक्टिस सही नहीं हो रही है, इम्यूनाइजेशन जो है ना बच्चों की जो है ना माएँ जो है ना अपने फैसिलिटी लेवल पर नहीं लाते हैं। तो कोशिश हमारी ये कि जितने भी जो हमारे जो स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं अगर वो मिल के बैठें और इस जो नोबल काज है हमने बच्चों की, क्योंकि आगे के फ्यूचर के बच्चे हैं, हमारी माएँ हैं, तो उस पर जो है ना हम तवज्जो दे सकेंगे कि अच्छी माँ अच्छे बच्चे पैदा करेगी तो नेशन जो है ना प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ेगी और वो मुल्क और कौम तरक्की करते हैं। जी,
Thank you so much and best of luck. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Ms. Cecilia, who's the nutrition chief of WFP. So Ms. Cecilia, I would firstly like to ask you, what is WFP's role in today's strategy making?
As always, we facilitate the government work and we ensure that most cost-effective actions are included in all the work that is being done in Pakistan.
So do you think these strategies that are being made today are going to have an impact?
Oh, definitely. The strategy is like an umbrella document that will guide not only at the federal level but at the provincial level the government in the implementation of actions that really work in nutrition.
I would also want to, ask you to shed light on the strategies that are being made, because, the people who are going to watch you right now, they should know what is happening in this workshop, because not everybody is present here, not everybody knows what's being decided over here.
Yeah. The need of having a multi-sectoral strategy is in line with the vision of the government 2025 of Nourish Pakistan. And as you know, malnutrition, which is affecting greatly Pakistan society, needs a solution that is able to respond to the challenge that they have. This nutrition strategy responds to this challenge and is involving not only the sector of health, which is traditionally the sector that is believed among normal people that is responsible for nutrition. It's adding to the fact that it's not only health that needs to be involved, but every single ministry creating a work that is multi-sectorial and that will allow to respond not only to the specific challenge that may have a malnourished kid in any given period, but the sustainability that other ministries will bring into this type of work that we're doing. So the strategy is a multi-sectorial. That's why it's multi-sectorial, because it needs other sectors to come in to sustain this work done by the Minister of Health in nutrition specific, and then these other activities that are called nutrition sensitive will be covered by the other ministries. So that's why it's important.
Okay. So like when government and all the other stakeholders are going to work together, how long do you think it is going to take to implement and get a result?
Well, the issue is that this is a strategy. It's not a work plan. Now we need to work into the next steps. That is, what activities are we needed to be included in order to make sure that works? And that's when the discussion becomes a bit more serious and more complicated. Because what actions are really working? That's the key questions. And that's the key question that I ask everyone, including the government, because the evidence is very clear. And then we need to put that evidence in the context of Pakistan. What are the main drivers of malnutrition in Pakistan? And we know that one of the main drivers in Pakistan is the unaffordability of the poorest sectors of the population to access the adequate nutritious food that they require. So
my next question was going to be this, because being a stakeholder, being an outsider, I wanted you to tell us, what do you think is the greatest problem of Pakistan in nutrition?
Well, it's basically not one. There are many factors affecting, but one of the main drivers and the basic underlying factors is poverty. People cannot afford to buy to access to these nutritious foods. So then in the poorest sectors, there are different problems in the other levels of society. But if we talk about the poorest, this is one of the main, and this is one of the issues that we, in the context of this multi-sectorial strategy, need to take into account.
So let's hope for the best with this strategy going forward,
so.
and let's hope that there's going to be something better coming up, inshallah. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Miss Melanie Galzin, who is the Chief Nutrition for UNICEF. So Miss Melanie, I would like to ask you, what do you think about today's strategy building?
Well, this was a fantastic opportunity to get a huge number of stakeholders together that all want to see nutrition, status of children and women, and really everyone improve in Pakistan, and it's an important step forward for us.
So how do you think you're going to implement?
Well, we don't move directly to implementation. There will still be refining work on the strategy based on the feedback, including working closely with provincial colleagues and other technical experts and other sectors, really, on refining the strategy. Then we'll talk about implementation.
All right. So looking at the National Nutrition Survey and the indicators, what do you think Pakistan's major problem is?
Well, I'm UNICEF, so we look at children more than anything, and I'm worried about the stunting rates in Pakistan, which is indicative of chronic nutritional problems, and I'm worried about the wasting rates, which is indicative of what we would consider more emergency or acute problems. They're both problematic. I think the government's taken substantial steps forward on both fronts to increase programs to address these, but I think we have still some way to go, and UNICEF and other agencies, we're here to just support the government in making sure the programs are scaled up and in whatever way we can. So often we give them technical support on various elements because we all want to see quality programs.
And what do you think the impact is going to be like, in your opinion, of these strategies?
I absolutely think that we will see, in the work that's being done by the provinces specifically, we're going to see stunting reduction, no question, in Pakistan.
And how long do you think this process is going to take for us to see, a significant change?
Well, you're already seeing changes in some of the surveys that have been more recent. We've seen changes decreasing rates of stunting in Sindh. I've seen decreasing rates of stunting just today, looking at some data from Gilgit-Baltistan. So we know things are happening. Will they be quick? Maybe they won't be as quick as I like, but we'll definitely see progress. And in the next 5 years, I think you will be able to reduce your rate substantially. Yes.
We're looking forward to it, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Dr. Nasir Nizamani, who is the Country Director of Nutrition International. So Dr. Nizamani, I would like to firstly ask you, since you are working in the nutrition sector, so what do you think about the nutrition strategy that is being made today?
Nutrition strategy is a very important activity that the government of Pakistan has started doing it. Our organization has been working on nutrition for the last 25 years in many countries, Pakistan included. And we've been working particularly on micronutrient deficiencies, which includes vitamin A, iodine, and iron deficiencies. The subject of nutrition has been neglected in the past. That is why the nutrition indicators for Pakistani children and women are so bad that we cannot compare ourselves with other countries. So this step is a very right step in this direction. And a strategy means you develop a plan and strategize what and how you want to do it. And this is a very good step to do this consultation, where the government is not the only participant. Government has invited non-governmental organizations, civil society like ourselves, and academic institutions, and also the provincial and regional governments. So this opportunity is for each one of us to give our inputs, to develop a strategy which covers most of our nutrition challenges, and also suggest some interventions which we may divide them in two categories. One are nutrition sensitive and others are nutrition specific. I wish we could have even more representation from other sectors like agriculture, water and sanitation and education. We have agriculture here, but education is missing. So each of these sectors has its own role in addressing the issue of nutrition, and only then we can achieve our targets and goals in improving nutrition status of our children and women.
So, keeping in view your experience and your work in nutrition, what do you think is the core problem in Pakistan of malnutrition?
There are many problems. Are you asking the problem or the reasons for those problems? Okay. I think the problem is, as we said, we have heard in today's meeting also people sharing with us the information that almost 40% of our children, they are stunted. They are not growing according to their age. And 50% of women of childbearing age, they are anemic. And both these things, the anemia in women has effect on the newborn children that will be born to them, and then those children are born low birth weight, and then they are again stunted, wasted, and then there is a cycle of malnutrition that goes on, and this is where we are facing this challenge. And then we have other nutrition challenges which we don't recognize, which is what we call hidden hunger. The deficiencies of minerals and vitamins, which affect your physical ability, but also much more than that is your mental capacity. The deficiency of iron, iodine, and some other vitamins results in reduced performance at the school level. It affects your IQ, and that's why the children are dropping out from the schools. So it's not the physical ability that is affected, but the deficiency of these things affects your mental capacity. So we have these challenges, and also this malnutrition, which contributes almost 45% of the death among children under the age of 5 years, who die of apparently diseases like malaria and diarrhea, but the underlying cause is malnutrition. If child was not malnourished, child would have survived the attack of diarrhea or malaria. But if he or she is malnourished, then this leads into the incapability and no resistance power to fight those infections, and then they die. Similarly, mothers who undergo the process of pregnancy, if they are anemic, and when they bleed even mildly, they lose their life. So even maternal mortality, infant mortality, malnutrition is a major underlying cause for it. So we all have to work for it and to address that issue.
Lastly, I would want to ask you, what do you think of Pakistan multi-sectoral nutrition strategy? Do you think it's going to have an impact?
This is a good start, I would say. The way it is being developed right now and people are being consulted, I think everybody is serious. Whether it will have an impact, it's too early to say that, because once the strategy is developed, we need it to be translated into action plans and resources allocated for it. And that would be a challenge. Once we get those resources, then I'm pretty confident that the strategy is very well defined, and it has very clear objectives and targets in mind. So hopefully we will, after finalizing it, we will get resources to implement it.
Let's hope for that. And since you and your organization have contributed a lot for this cause, so let's hope for the best and wish you best of luck for this too. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Mr. Shah Jahan, who's Chief Health, P&D and focal person for scaling up nutrition. So, Mr. Shah Jahan, I would like to ask you, what are the interventions that are taking place in Balochistan specifically?
Thank you so much for this invitation. First of all, since inception of this scaling up nutrition and its launching by the Federal Planning Ministry since 2013, we have established Sun Secretariat at Balochistan, and we have many interventions both in nutrition specific and nutrition sensitive activities. For nutrition specific, we are in a partnership with the World Bank in 7 districts to address malnutrition, the lactating and pregnant mothers and the children under 5. And unfortunately, we have the lowest figures in Balochistan regarding this malnutrition, that we have 47% of mothers anemic and 57% of our children are anemic. 52% is stunting, which is the highest in the region, and we have 16% of the wasting, which is over the threshold of WHO. So the government, the political government and the present government is very much serious in addressing the malnutrition, and as under the leadership of Honorable CM Nawab Sanaullah Khan Zairi, we have started another multi-sectoral intervention in Balochistan that we will focusing on pilot basis in 2 districts, and the intervention will be in all sectors, whether it is agriculture, PHE or education sector, to address malnutrition in nutrition sensitive sectors also. So we have allocated 1.5 billion rupees for this scheme, and will be implementing this scheme in this financial year, and it will last for 3 years, and we hope that with this intervention we will be achieving the targets of sustainable development goals and the Vision 2025, because our PC1 in this regard is aligned with the SDGs and this Agenda 2030 and Vision 2025. And with this we have till now we have, with the inception of Sun Secretariat at PND, since last 1.5 years we have sensitized our departments and aware the public regarding this issue, and that we have 785 maternal mortality rate in Balochistan. So in order to address this issue and reduce this thing, we are in collaboration with UN partners and development partners to allocate funds to this issue and bring those marginalized and vulnerable communities at par with those developed areas. So these are our interventions.
What do you think, how is Pakistan, this multi-sectoral strategy going to help Balochistan? How much do you think is the impact going to be, specifically in Balochistan?
First of all, I would like to thank the federal government for starting this initiative to have established this Pakistan multi-sectoral nutrition strategy. Of course, this will help us in guiding as a big brother, as a being an advisory, playing advisory role for us. This will help us in establishing our those messages, etc., for the public, those people living in Balochistan, and this. We will be having these interventions from the federal government and proper resource allocation, and we will mobilize resources through this strategy, and proper representation will be given to Balochistan, and our picture will be presented here in a very good manner, and apart from resources, we will be getting the expertise and technical guidance from the federal government, and the international best practices will be implemented in Balochistan. So it will help in many areas in Balochistan.
How long do you think it's going to take for Balochistan to come to a right state?
It depends on your interventions, because in this strategy we have short-term, long-term and medium-term intervention. So in the short term we will be focusing on those already affected by disease in short term. So it will take 3 to 5 years, and then after 5 years of course it will come to medium term. So by the end of this 2030 and Vision 2025, we will be at par with, we will achieve so much, and we will be at par with other developed areas of Pakistan.
Do you think the management over there is going to be supportive and you'll be able to do it?
Yeah, of course. Still, once again, I would like to thank Federal Ministry of Planning and National Health Services, that they are supportive and they are supporting us in every intervention, and they have the good thing is that fortunately they have started the consultation first of all with the Balochistan for this strategy, and Balochistan was the first province to host that consultation. So in future we will also support them, and we are very pleased to see their coordination and their support to Balochistan in this area.
Thank you so much, and let's hope for the best. Best of luck to you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Dr. Zahoor Ahmed Baloch, who is the Program Manager at Nutrition Support Program for WFP Sindh, and he's from the Health Department Government of Sindh. So Dr. Zahoor, I would like to ask you that there are implementations being made in Sindh in 9 districts. Can you tell me briefly about that?
Actually, nutrition support program since they started, it was a program from 2015 for 3 years project, but it started actually in 2016. This intervention is in 9 districts. 9 districts which on priority basis, because after that the other districts will be included, but where the malnutrition ratio was according to survey, National Nutrition Survey 2011, the priority based districts. This is one is Tharparkar. You might heard about it. Tharparkar, this is deserted area and poor districts also, and another neighboring districts also, Umarkot also. Most of the part are the deserted. And third is the Badil, Sanghar and Tandro Muhammad Khan. These are southern part districts, and 4 are from the northern part. This is Kashmir, bordering with Punjab, and also even with Balochistan, Jacobabad, Larkana and Kambar Shadat Kot. These 9 districts are included for nutrition intervention. Yeah.
So can I know who are you collaborating with to work on this?
Actually, our strategy is there that we have one covered areas with lady health workers. In every district we have lady health workers. So this coverage is around about 45%. So one, the lady health workers involvement, this is government sector, and other is we have hired PPHI. This is a private company. Because the most of the facilities are with PPHI. PPHI, they established their OTB sites, treatment sites. In LAW catchment area, in every LAW from their catchment area, screening the cases for malnutrition and mothers for anemic, and also they are referring these cases to the OTP sites which are with PPHI. And they also enlist there and registration, and they treat accordingly. And also health education, community mobilization, LAW is also giving the community for awareness regarding malnutrition, breastfeeding. You know, it's a very common thing. Breastfeeding is very important. SKU to breastfeeding, after that supplementary food. So these are the LAW area. And second part, uncovered areas where no any intervention. We hired their NGOs. In different districts, different NGOs. Like in Tharparkar and Badin, we have hands. You know, must know about NGO hands. And in Umarkot, there is the this Shifa Foundation, and Tharparkar, this Sanghar Blessing Foundation, and in Jacobabad also PPHI, uncovered areas. Remaining 4 districts out of 9, we have covered 5 districts completely with lady health worker program and NGOs. Remaining 4 districts are in process, and after Eid, hopefully, we will cover these. There will be 100% coverage. So screening 100% at all areas, then referral and treatment and follow-up. These are the interventions.
Okay, so how are you guys managing all of this?
Actually, I told you, LAW having their catchment areas, 100 houses. They are responsible for that. Any malnourished child or anemic mother, they are referring these cases to the health, and they also follow up. Either they visited the facility or not. And second thing, I told you, uncovered areas with the workers, with the NGOs. So we have their agreement with them. That's why we are covering all the areas. They have their treatment and mobile sites. So in this way we are covering this.
So what do you want to say about the Pakistan multi-sectoral nutrition strategy?
That's a good question now, because now we have also developed PC1 for accelerated action plan. This is multi-sectoral. This will cover remaining all districts, scale up with phase wise. This is also under implementation. So these districts will phase wise will be covered. This is the multi-sectoral. So all sectors are involved in that.
Do you think it's going to have an impact, especially since you're a focal person for Sindh, do you think?
Yeah, this will be a good impact because all sectors are involved together. Yeah.
Thank you so much and best of luck. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Dr. Muhammad Abbas, who's the program manager for Gilgit-Baltistan. So, Dr. Abbas, I would want to ask you कि ये जो strategy आज बन रही है, जिस पे काम हो रहा है, इसके बारे में आप क्या सोचते हैं, कितना आप समझते हैं कि ये impactful होगी?
ये बहुत बेहतरीन न्यूट्रिशन स्ट्रेटजी है फॉर गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान की न्यूट्रिशन इंटरवेंशन को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए, न्यूट्रिशन स्टेटस को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए। इसके ज़रिए जो ये पिछले 2 साल से बन रही है, इसमें तमाम प्रोविंसेस को शामिल किया गया। ये जो कंसल्टेंट थी वो तमाम प्रोविंसेस में चली गई थी, मुख्तलिफ स्टेक होल्डर से मिली थी, इनकी व्यूज़ को लिया था और इनको देखते हुए उन्होंने न्यूट्रिशन स्ट्रेटजी को डेवलप किया। इसका यही होगा कि इसको पाकिस्तान में इसको मॉनिटरिंग, प्रॉपर मॉनिटरिंग, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन और न्यूट्रिशन स्टेटस को इम्प्रूव होने के लिए बहुत ये न्यूट्रिशन स्ट्रेटजी की जो भी इंटरवेंशन बहुत फ्रूटफुल पूरे पाकिस्तान गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान के लिए बहुत बेहतर होगा।
गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान में क्या इंटरवेंशन चल रही हैं, आप लोग किसके साथ कोलैबोरेट कर रहे हैं?
गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान में न्यूट्रिशन पे एज़ कम्पेयर टू पाकिस्तान बहुत बेहतरीन न्यूट्रिशन स्टेटस है इसके बाद ICT के बाद इस्लामाबाद के बाद न्यूट्रिशन स्टेटस गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान का बहुत बेहतर जा रहा है। स्टंटिंग गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान में थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, इसको रिड्यूस करने के लिए हमने इस साल ADP में 100 मिलियन रुपीज़ हेल्थ स्पेसिफिक इंटरवेंशन के लिए गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान ने 100 मिलियन रुपीज़ का वो रिफ्लेक्ट किया है ADP में। इंशाल्लाह PS1 20 साल ही हम बनाएंगे और इंशाल्लाह ये अप्रूव होगा और इसके अंदर बहुत सारे इंटरवेंशन है और मज़ीद न्यूट्रिशन स्टेटस को भी गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान का।
आपको लग रहा है इसका इम्पैक्ट जो है वो पॉजिटिव होगा और लॉन्ग रन
बहुत पॉजिटिव होगा, बहुत पॉजिटिव होगा। ये भी जो भी इंटरवेंशन न्यूट्रिशन पर इस वक्त पिछले अगर 10 ईयर्स डेकेड को 10 साल पीछे देखें तो न्यूट्रिशन पर ग्रास रूट लेवल पर इतना कोई खास कुछ नहीं हो रहा था, लेकिन इस वक्त पॉलिसी लेवल, पॉलिटिकल कमिटमेंट, इसके अलावा ब्यूरोक्रेटिक कमिटमेंट और सिविल सोसाइटी कमिटमेंट और लोगों में भी अवेयरनेस बहुत आ गई कि इंशाल्लाह आने वाले 10 ईयर्स के अंदर हम इंशाल्लाह एज ए डेवलप कंट्री के इसमें इंशाल्लाह आ जाएंगे। अगर पावर्टी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान के अंदर पावर्टी को कम करती है तो इंशाल्लाह न्यूट्रिशन स्टेटस इम्प्रूव हो जाएगा।
So आपको लगता है बस इट्स गोइंग टू टेक अनदर 10 years to make this happen?
Yes, इंशाल्लाह।
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Dr. Fatma Asim Shah, who's the technical head at Multi-Sectoral Nutrition Center at Planning and Development Department, Punjab. So, Ms. Fatma, I would like to ask you, what do you think about the strategy that is being made today?
The strategy today that is being under discussion is the Pakistan Multi-Sectoral Nutrition Policy. Fortunately, Punjab has been taken the lead in this, and we already have a multi-sectoral nutrition strategy and a policy, and it's being implemented in all our departments. This because stunting and malnutrition is like a multifactorial causative thing, and it's being caused by various factors. To address and to reduce the malnutrition and stunting indicators, we need to work together and we need to involve all the sectors. That's why it's a multi-sectoral approach. We have health department, we have wash department, we have education department, we have population department, we have agriculture, livestock, fisheries, food department, and in Punjab we're already working towards incorporating other sectors to make sure that the stunting and malnutrition indicators are reduced and our children are healthy.
So what are the interventions that are being taken in Punjab and how many districts?
In Punjab, all the districts, the 36 districts are being covered. Primary and secondary healthcare department already has 2 programs. One is the IRMNCH program and the other is a nutrition program. And we are providing a nutrition package to pregnant, lactating women and children under 5.
And who are you collaborating with for this?
For this, we have the support of development partners. They are providing us technical assistance, and presently the World Bank has funded money in this regard, but the government of Punjab has dedicated the maximum amount of funds for this program. And the education department and the wash department, they're already working on this. We are in the phase of developing a CM stunting reduction program in 11 of the districts of Punjab.
So do you think this strategy development is going to have an impact?
Yes, of course it has to have an impact because this is a globally proven strategy. In Bangladesh, Nepal, Peru, they have already used the stunting indicators because of this approach. In Pakistan, since it's a development country and we are all usually faced by political turmoil, but the strategy is in place and we are going forward, it will have its impact.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you and best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Dr. Ali, who's the National Program Officer for WFP. So, Dr. Ali, I would like to ask you, what do you think is the significance of today? Because, you're marking a strategy. So, what do you think about that?
Well, I think today is a historical event in the sense that since devolution, the context of implementation has gone on to the provinces. The federal government in this sense is trying to consolidate everything that is there, and it's trying to play its role that is due with the international community, and this will take in the consensus of the provinces and also the roles and responsibility of the provinces and the federal level to go in a harmonized manner and in a unified manner in that sense.
So, looking at you being the representative of WFP, how do you think the implementation is going to be from your side?
One, I'm not representative of the WFP. I'm an employee of the WFP and working with the WFP. Yeah. Secondly, well, again, this strategy is based upon the provincial intersectoral strategies that have been formed. The good thing about this strategy is that generally the things that are developed are from the top to bottom approach. This strategy is being developed from bottom up approach. The provinces first made their provincial intersectoral strategies and policies, and then based on those and plus the new additions like the SDGs came after that and everything. So this strategy came into thought of those contexts that were new developments as well, and also the complexities of the federal government in that context. So that's how it's a bottom-up approach that we have followed in this strategy. Now the government is obviously going to be the onus of implementation will be on the provinces. The federal government through this strategy would just try to facilitate them, create an enabling environment, and try to have a follow-up so that the international obligations that the government of Pakistan is signatory of are able to be reported timely in a manner that makes Pakistan look good.
So, in your opinion, what do you think Pakistan's major problem is right now?
Well, obviously, it's not the opinion that I have; it's the facts that speak. Yeah. So, for example, in the National Nutrition Survey, you've got indicators that are pretty worse. WHO threshold, they're above the threshold of WHO and MAR and emergency. Even some of our provinces have stated emergency as nutrition to be that. Even the level of commitment from the minister that was here today, from the federal ministries that were here, and from the member of the Planning Commission that was here. So the problem of Pakistan is complex, and there needs to be concerted efforts, and that's why you see the name multi-sectoral. So that's why you need to look at the whole picture, try to come back with it. And just as a few months back, I think this economic consequences of undernutrition was released by the Planning Commission with the support of World Food Programme. It signified as a conservative effort that $7.6 billion are estimated to be lost annually due to this malnutrition issue. So that's the basic tip of Berg. So that's how you need to be prioritizing. Obviously, the complexity of the issues facing Pakistan is different, but if you talk about nutrition, it's also a big issue.
So do you think this is going to have a huge impact? And over how long of an era is it going to take, in your opinion?
The strategies is for 2025. If it is followed to the letter, to a reasonable scale, and the provincial strategies are implemented, investments are made in the right direction, in the right interventions that can help you to achieve your targets in the short term, medium term and long term, then obviously it's going to have an impact.
Thank you so much.